Hi, Kinder friends. Happy Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about reading, writing, and math. Remember, if you have questions about any other subject area, go over to our Monday video. I try to answer as many questions as I can in that video, so you're ready to go for this week. So let's get started with reading. In reading this week, we are reading the story Because You Recycle. You should have this in your packet. If you don't, or if you really just want to listen to someone read it to you, head on over to our classroom website. I've got a video there for you. It has a little video of me reading the story to you, so you don't have to read it on your own. And I bet you if you listen to me read it once or twice, you're going to get the hang of it and you'll be able to read it all on your own. The next thing we have is handwriting. Today we're practicing the letter J. When we write the letter J, we do a straight line down and a hook to the left, a hook over to the side. Then you lift up your pencil and draw a dot at the top. So down and a hook, up for a dot. Try to draw your J's as many times as you can. For sure, put a J on every single one of those black dots. Then on the back, you are writing some CBC words and writing a couple sentences. Our first word is jam. J-am. J-am. What do you hear? Write those letters. The last one is jar. J-ar. J-ar. Jar is kind of tricky, Kinder friends. There's an A in the middle of that word. It's kind of tricky to remember, and you don't really hear it because that R is a bossy R. You'll learn about that bossy R in first grade, so I'll give you a hint with this one. You hear the J sound at the end, and you hear the R sound, or J sound at the beginning, and the R sound at the end, and there's an A in the middle. All right, let's look at the sentences. I like the jump rope. Jump rope. Let's try to stretch that out. Then the last one, that car is called a Jeep. So our sentence is, I like the Jeep. I like the Jeep. All right. And remember, there's also a lesson for you that's talking about some of our new sight words. I've got a link to that video in our classroom website, but there's also a link right there for you so that you can try to watch another teacher in the district teach you about our sight words we're learning this week. Writing. This week we are writing thank you letters to people. You've got this information letter for parents to kind of help you. We are going to be talking about all of these things in writing a letter. We've already kind of talked about them a little bit, but let me remind you what's in a letter. A greeting, that's how you say hello in your letter. Your letter has multiple sentences. That means you write more than one sentence. In a thank you letter, you give details. You're saying why you're thanking them. A closing is how you say goodbye. You have to sign your name at the end of the letter so people know it's from you. We use spaces in our writing, and we use punctuation, and we use capital letters in our writing as well to make sure that our reader can read our writing. Now, like I said, we've already written letters last week. I made a video to kind of talk you through that if you want to go watch that video. The only thing that's different about a thank you letter is this part, giving details. Say, why are you thankful? Say what you've done, and say how you're feeling. Why are you thanking them? So that is writing our letter, our thank you letter. We're going to start that today. So there's an example of a letter. This one is to a nurse. It says, thank you for helping me feel better. I like it when you give me the ice pack when I got hurt. So that's someone you could write a letter to. You could write a letter to our school nurse. You've got some letter writing paper in your packet for you to start writing your first thank you letter. And remember, you can always take a picture of it and send it to me. I'd love to see what your writing looks like. All right, let's talk about math. In math today, we're on page 329 and 330. We're doing more tiny tumblers and math mountains. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done some math mountains, so let's remember how they work. Here is a 6 math mountain, just like the ones we see at the top, but it's missing some things. I've got my 6 at the top of my mountain. I've got my 2 on one side, and I got my 2 tiny tumblers, but I'm missing my tiny tumblers on the other side, and I'm missing the number at the bottom. Oh no, I'm going to have to really use my brain. So I know it's a 6 math mountain, so I need to have 6 smiley faces. I've already got 2, so I'm going to keep counting. I'm going to count on to see how many more smiley faces I need. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you see how I counted on to add those smiley faces on? And now I can count how many smiley faces I put on that side. I put 4 smiley faces on that side, so I can write the number 4. That's what you're going to be doing in all of these, kinder friends. You're going to count on to see how many more do you need to get to the top number. Now, friends, remember to look at the top number because it's not always going to be the number 6. Looks like we've got some 6s, some 5s, some 2s, some 4s, 3s, and then the number 10 at the bottom. So you're really going to have to use your smart kindergarten brain today. Then on the back, kinder friends, it wants you to write to 100 again. But guess what? I'm saying, no, you don't need to write to 100 again, kinder friends. I want you to skip this page. You've already written to 100 already this last week. I don't think you need to do it anymore. So why don't you hop over to YouTube and see if you can find a video for you to watch that's counting to 100, like a Jack Hartman video or the Singing Walrus. The Singing Walrus is the one that we do in kindergarten. Jack Hartman is also a really fun one for you to watch as well. So I say skip writing to 100. You don't need to practice that again, and try to count to 100 or watch a video where you're practicing counting to 100. That's going to be a better use of your time, kinder friends. Of course, if you really want to write to 100, I can't stop you. That's totally fine. But I'm telling you, you do not have to. All right? That's me telling you, you don't have to do that page in your math book. All right, kinder friends, remember, do not stress about this. Do what you can. Take lots of breaks. Remember, kinder friends, you are smart. Use that smart brain. Happy Tuesday, friends. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.